Hello everyone. So in this short video, I wanted to let you know how to make the submission in Canvas. This is the same for all your lab submissions and your programming submissions as well, programming assignment submissions as well. So each and every lab will have at least 5 questions. So the questions are in this format. This is from lab 1, which is already posted. So once after I submit or upload this video, if you are comfortable in starting the lab, you can start the lab itself, or I will be posting another video where I'll be discussing how to address all the questions and what should be your thought process when you look at questions like this. Okay, so that when it comes to the lab actually writing process, there are two methods that you can follow. First, I'll describe the first method and then we'll go to the second method. Okay, so when you have questions like this, first thing that I want you to do is open idle. So I have it already open here. So I'm just going to click on this one. And that should give me this. This is interactive mode, as we have discussed. So, and I do not want you to make any submissions or by, use this interactive mode to make any submissions. So when you are done and when you are like about to start the assignment, go to file, click new file, and then this is the script mode. So I want you to write your code using this script mode. So once you have opened this, you can do select save as, and then make sure you create a folder somewhere. Like if you are working on your personal computers, then better location would be anywhere. But if you are working on the university provided computers, then I would say sync up that with your OneDrive and then create a folder in OneDrive and then dump everything there, because it's easy for you to access even if you are leaving the computer aside. So okay, so for now, let's say I'm just creating a new folder in my desktop, and that is the name lab 1 chapter 2. So okay, so now this folder is created. In this first method, I am I am going to save individual .py files for all the problems. So as I have 5 different questions here, I am going to create 5 .py files. So let's say this is P1, that is problem 1. And also it is a good idea to have your last name attached to your file name as well. So make sure you have your last name as well in the folder and also in the file name, and then save this here. So let's, like, for example, I'm just typing something. So this can be the program, and let's just say that I'm done with problem number 1. Then I will just go to file and save it, and then close this one. Again, from my interactive mode, I'm going to click on file, new file, and this will be the .py file for my second program. So I will save this in the same location as I've just created, lab 1 chapter 2. And then I'm going to save it as P2 Rachakonda. So after this, you'll follow the same process. Like after you're done with this code, you'll close this and then you'll move on to the next problem. So after you're done with all of your problems in your desktop, you should be seeing your folder and also the inside files, it is the .py files inside this folder. So this should have all the problems that are present inside the assignment. For now, as this is just an example, I'm just having 2 problems. So when you are making a submission in Canvas, Canvas will not allow you to upload multiple files. So as this is a single upload file, all I want you to do is, I'll tell you what. Yeah, okay. I want you to click on lab 1 chapter 2, the folder that you have created, and then right click on this one, and here you will see the option send to. Now send to compressed zipped folder. Click on that and you will see the zip version of lab 1 chapter 2. So this is the folder that you are supposed to upload in Canvas. Okay, even when you are like, let's say we are making some communication and you want to send a piece of code via email, even in that case, you have to make that into a zip version. Because if you just submit the .py file via email, it will not be opened. Like I cannot access the .py file. So That is for the email communication, but for the labs and programming assignments, you must upload this .py or the zipped version of the folder. And if you are just trying to open this one again and then open the files here, just you can see that the files are here, but if you try to execute these files, they may not work. So do not worry if they don't work. When I or TA are grading your assignments, we will decompress the folder and then take the files out of the folder and then execute them, and they should work. Okay, this is method 1. But now let's talk about method 2. Let's say for method 2 as well, I would suggest you to create a folder, and you can just create for now. Okay, let's just do this. I'm going to create a new folder and then call it as method 1 for better understanding, and I'm going to push these two inside this one. Okay, let's just assume that there is no method 1 folder for the method 2. So for the method 2, when you are starting your assignment, you can just use one single .py file. So go to File, New File, and then File, Save As, Desktop, Lab 1 Chapter 2, and then assume there is no method 1 folder, and then you can just save it this as Lab 1 Chapter 2, your last name, then hit save. So here you can use comments, whenever you're starting the assignment, because you're going to just use one file. So this will be your program 1. And then you can start your program. So let's just assume this is a first program. And after this is done, make sure you use this comments so that it will be easier for the for the TA to read the TA to read your code. And also you can just use program 2 and then continue. So when you're let's assume that you are done with your first program and now you want to move on to your second program and you are still using the single .py file. In that case, make sure that you are commenting the first part. This may not be as important as I'm stressing at this point, but when we are discussing chapter 5 and chapter 6, like when we are discussing files, it is very important, because like when you re-execute the same thing, there are chances of overwriting the files. So just for good practice, select the content of the first part, and here you can, in the format, you can just click comment out region. So that will comment it out. Do not worry, you can just let's say this is your first problem, you're done with your second problem, and you're doing the same thing. And then you're starting your program 3. And let's just assume that there are only 3 programs in this particular submission. So even if you comment the rest of the part, you can just comment it out and then submit it like this. Like even if you did not comment the last one, you do not have to uncomment each and every program. So that is a basic point. So once you have commented the first part, you're starting the second program, comment the second program, start the third program. If that is that is your last program, you can just submit the file as is. Okay, so when you are submitting this file in Canvas, as you are only submitting one file, you can directly upload lab 1 chapter 2 rachakonda.py, like your last name.py. So you can directly just access lab 1 chapter 2 and then upload this file. I hope this is clear. So for method 2, there is no need for you to compress the file. For method 1, you will have to compress the file. So depending upon the chapters we are on and depending upon the level, I will tell you which method to use. It will be mostly method 2 because it's easier and it's straightforward. Okay, so I will be discussing the lab 1 in a separate video, and I will be using the method 2 approach. So if you have any questions, let me know. Okay. Yeah, I'll see you later.